me put my Mac and music on, by the way, at maclessons.com. That's where you can go to get the new pay-per-view special. And this is a good one. This one is called Entertainment Plantation. It's a good one, people. Y'all know all my pay-per-view specials are good, and this is not going to be an exception. This is going to be just as tight as all the other ones. It's called Entertainment Plantation, and it's a video presentation. A lot of my pay-per-view specials are audios, but this is videos, almost like a mini documentary, where I'm going to talk about how black entertainers are treated as if they're on the plantation and what happens to black entertainers when they try to get off the plantation. Real deep stuff you guys need to peep. This is a real good one. So go to maclessons.com this Friday and get this brand new pay-per-view special called Entertainment Plantation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I want people to call in because I want your opinion. The presidential election was last night. Our brother President Obama was reelected. Congratulations to my brother. I voted, by the way. And I do have some strong issues on voting. We're going to talk a lot about the whole voting game in Hidden Colors 2, by the way. We break the voting game down. We talk about that. But I voted anyway, because I did want to see my brother win. I wanted to see President Obama win. I didn't want Romney to get into the mix because, shit, that would have been hell for the black community. But I digress. But I want people to call in, and this is the question of the day. What do black people want Obama to do for them? That is the question of the day, and I want people to call in and chime in on that. And I'm going to get into that a little later in the show. There's a few things I want to talk about that's going on in the news and around the world. But I'm going to get into that. Don't get it twisted. I am going to get into the whole President Obama thing. Real deep stuff I want to touch on. Now, what's going on in the news right now? In entertainment news, worldwide news. Shout out to our brother Eddie Murphy. They did a tribute to our brother Eddie Murphy on Spike TV. I think it's going to air November 14th. And Eddie Murphy showed up to the awards, or to the tribute. I won't say it's an award, it's a tribute. He showed up with the whitest woman on the planet. Eddie got him a white girl. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie got him a white one. Not saying that's good or bad, right or wrong. Nothing. I'm just saying, because a long time ago, Eddie, he was like, if I get married, it's going to be to a woman of color. I mean, he was, saying the right thing, saying what he thought that the community wanted to hear. But Eddie showed up with a white woman. Skinny, blonde, the whole 9 yards. And you know what? I'm going to talk about that on the pay-per-view special. I'm going to get a little deep into that on the pay-per-view special this Friday. So stay tuned for that. But I want to say this, because a lot of people, I think they've kind of criticized Eddie for, chilling with the white girl. And I don't criticize Eddie for that. And I'm the most pro-black person on the planet. But I don't criticize Eddie for that. Y'all have to understand the game. Yeah, you have to understand the game. You got to date who you're compatible with. You got to date who you're comfortable with. You got to date in your league. You got to date people, based on your status. Follow me on this. You got to date based on your status. And I'm not saying that there are not any sisters on his status, but unfortunately, you have too many women of color who don't know how to date a person of status without them trying to do some underhanded, low-key shit to get their foot in the door and to keep their foot in the door. And I'm not saying that to diss the sisters out there, not to diss the sisters at all. But there's too many sisters out here. And again, please, fellas, don't use this as material to show your hatred for sisters. I'm not doing that at all. But unfortunately, and we got to be very honest, we have a lot of sisters out here. If you date a sister now, and I talked about this a few years ago, back in the day, if you're a man of means, you're a celebrity, you're a baller, you go out with some of these sisters, next thing you know, all your information is on a website. All your shit is on Lipstick Alley and Media Takeout. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these sisters get to run in their goddamn mouths gossiping about motherfuckers, which is real. That's real. You don't see too much of that going on with the white girls. We got to be very honest about that. That's why I get on the sisters. when I try to put the sisters up on game, y'all got to stop that fucking gossiping. That makes it bad for all of you, because cats are scared to go out with you if they got some real paper. A dusty nigga don't care. Gossiping about him, you know, in his mind, that increases his rep. But a dude, a man of means, you don't want to go out with a woman and then all of a sudden there's a whole thread about you on Lipstick Alley or some bullshit ass website. It's gotten worse now. It's gotten worse. Nowadays, damn just having the information on the website, a brother of means, you're a baller, actor, whatever, you go out with one of these sisters now or one of these women of color, next thing you know, her ass is on TV and basketball wives or entertainer wives or some bullshit like that because she dated you. They done gave her ass a TV show telling all your fucking business. So it's a real dangerous dating climate for a brother of means to date a sister these days, because now they're rewarding sisters for snitching on niggas. So I guess Eddie's like, fuck, because even look at Eddie Murphy. His wife, his ex-wife, was on the, what was that show? It was a show called Hollywood Exes or some bullshit ass show. She on there with her ratchet bullshit. So you got to be very careful about that. These sisters these women are very quick to get on these shows and get on these blogs and put all your business out there like that. The white women, not so much. A lot of white women, there's some, but a lot of white women don't want to be a part of that old ratchet shit. And again, I'm not saying that anybody's better or worse, but a lot of times, a lot of these sisters out here, they feel like, okay, this is my one and only meal ticket and I need to milk it for everything it's worth. I went out with this nigga, now I'm about to parlay this into a career for myself. It's that type of shit. So we got to be very honest about that. So that's why I say to the sisters out there, stop doing all that old ratchet shit trying to get in where you fit in, because that makes it bad for everybody. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. I digress like a motherfucker. What else is going on in the entertainment industry? Meek Mills, shout out to the rapper Meek Mills. There was going to be a rap battle with Meek Mills and Cassidy. For the rap fans out there, there was going to be a rap battle between Meek Mills and Cassidy. Somebody was going to put up $100,000, the whole 9 yards, and Meek Mills backed out. Meek Mills said something to the effect that Cassidy wasn't really popping right now, so he ain't gonna battle him, blah blah blah. He kind of, Meek Mills, he backpedaled a little bit. And I don't blame that nigga, because Cassidy would have lit his ass up. Meek Mills saw a verbal ass whooping on the horizon, and plus Cassidy is hungry too. So Meek Mills, he did the right thing. If you popping and there's a dude out here whose shit ain't really out there like that, but he has skills, you don't put that dude in a position to take you off the top of your throne. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful about that. So Meek Mills did the right thing. Some people said it was a sucker move, but Meek Mills, he's thinking about his career, so he did the right thing. Shout out to Meek Mills, by the way. I saw that nigga Meek Mills in Vegas with one of the tallest, thickest red bones I've ever seen in my life. A thick, fine-ass red bone. Shout out to that nigga. I popped my collar to that nigga just for that. This chick was about 6'3", red bone with a gang up body. I said, nigga, hit that for the hood. I digress, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we're going to get into Brother Obama later on in the show. But before I do that, we lost somebody very important in the black community. And I got to give out an acknowledgement for this brother. We lost somebody very important. Let me play this music. I want everybody to bow your heads, because we lost somebody very special in the black community. That person is T-Dog from the Walking Dead TV show. They finally killed T-Dog's ass on the Walking Dead. Everybody bow your heads. We gotta pay homage and respect to the world's biggest token nigga. This was the world's biggest pet nigga. We knew he was gonna die. I'm surprised the nigga lasts that long, especially in a horror film. This is the longest lasting nigga in a horror film. He lasts 3 seasons. They got his ass finally. Oh, we're gonna miss you, T-Dog. Every week we're gonna miss you bucking your eyes, running around doing all that nigga shit that you just loved for. Oh, we're gonna miss you walking around not having any lines, saying 2 and 3 words per episode. Oh, we're gonna miss you, T-Dog. head looks like a big black jelly bean. You token nigga, we're gonna miss you. Hopefully they don't replace you with no more token niggas. We don't need no more token niggas. Shout out to T-Dog, the only nigga with the world's oldest nickname, T-Dog. Sound like some shit from the Sugar Hill Gang. We gonna miss you, T-Dog. Oh, the world cries, T-Dog. The world cries for you, nigga. The world cries. Anyway, all right, I digress. All right, let me put my Mackin music back on so we can get into this. Speaking of TV, speaking of television shows, you know the TV show Scared Straight? I was watching that all weekend. Scared Straight, the only parts of Scared Straight that's even scary anymore, that's even intimidating is when they have the women prisoners. The male prisoners are just not scary no more. And I talked about this on the show before. A lot of these kids, they're not even scared of the male prisoners because what they do now, they get the kind of soft-baked niggas to try to intimidate the kids. The OG dudes, I don't even think they let them around the kids like that no more because I think something probably happened. One of them lifers, one of them niggas who was doing life or about to get on death row or whatever, they probably beat up some of them kids and they can't have them OGs around them no more. So what they do, they get some of the weaker dudes in the Scared Straight program to kind of intimidate the kids, and it doesn't work. They get these niggas in there for these little bullshit drug charges, and they're just not as scary as a dude who put in some real work. You know, you watch the show and it's a nigga in there with a little flimsy, skinny body. He's an inmate and he ain't got no bass in his voice and he's trying to scare the kids. He's like, "Look at me, goddammit! Don't be like me, motherfuckers! I beat your ass!" I'm like, nigga, you ain't scary, dude. You're not scary. You niggas ain't about that life, goddammit! You ain't scary, dude. And the kids are looking at him laughing. So they need to revamp the part where the dudes come in and scare the kids. Now, the women inmates, that's a whole different story. Them broads are scarier than a motherfucker because they look like dudes. And that's scary as hell, and that's scary to the girls because you go into a jail with them. You in jail with a dude, basically. And again, it always kills me that these broads be having kids. These big Kimbo Slice looking motherfuckers like, yo, I got twins. You're like, ugh. That is not sexy. Who is banging these broads? Are niggas that thirsty? I don't even like to bang broads with masculine voices. Even if they're fine, if she sounds masculine, I don't like messing with her. Like, for example, a lot of girls from New York, not all, a lot of girls from New York, especially Brooklyn for some reason, have very masculine type of voices. They'll look pretty as hell. They'll be beautiful. Then they'll open up their mouths and they're talking some street nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? And they sound like that all the time. Even when you banging them, even if you having sex with them, they have that hip hop thug type voice. I was with a girl in New York years ago, from New York. I was down in Atlanta, but the girl was from New York, and she was talking all that shit while we were in the bed getting it. I'm tearing that up. She's like, "You hitting this pussy mad good, son." I'm like, "What? You hitting this pussy mad good, yo?" I'm like, "You getting this shit mad wet, yo?" I'm like, "God damn, that don't sound sexy." You know, so fem it up, ladies. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying to the ladies, y'all need to fem that shit up a little bit. We got a lot of people calling the show. Now, like I said, on today's show, I want to know, what do you want President Obama to do for black folks? Now, who we got on the phone?
This is Ron from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
How you doing, Ron? So, Ron, did you see the election coverage last night?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, so...
And, man, go ahead.
So, Ron, so what do you want President Obama to do for black people specifically?
Man, just get on the right page, stop the violence, stop all this dumb nigga shit.
Okay, all right. Thanks for the call, but okay. And there's a reason why I asked this, because nobody seems to have a straight answer. What's up? Who's calling?
What's going on, Tariq? This is Mike from Miami.
What's up, Mike from Miami? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. How you doing?
I'm good. Okay, so Mike, the question of the day: what do you want President Obama to do for black people?
Personally, I think I know you touched on it a couple of times in the past. All the for-profit prisons.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's just wrong the way they kind of railroading black men into prison like that, and that's obviously a conflict of interest. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
People that's pretty much modern day slavery.
Absolutely. All right, thank you for the call, brother. All right, that's a good one, and I agree with that. That's my biggest thing, getting some of these brothers out of jail. That's one of my biggest agendas. Getting these brothers up out of jail. Repealing a lot of these third strike laws and a lot of these drug laws. That's a big one for me. Now, that brother made sense. The first brother, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. All right, who's calling?
This is San, original man from St. Louis, Tariq. How are you?
How you doing, San? How you doing, brother? So, San,
I'm doing beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, sir. So, San, what do you want President Obama to do for black people?
Well, I want to ask you a question. This is his second term, correct?
Yes, indeed.
So he cannot get reelected.
Right.
I say let's go all the hell out for black people. I say let's give grants. Let's give home land grants, job vouchers. Let's go all out. I mean, we bailed out Wall Street for trillions of dollars, correct?
Yes.
And did black people benefit in any way?
No.
Okay, I say let's benefit. Let's go all out. Let's make it known. Let's create an environment for President Obama to use his pulpit to do something for us in his second term, Tariq.
Absolutely, man. Thank you for the call, brother. All right, that's a good answer. Very good answer from our brother right there from St. Louis. Let's see who else we got. What's up? Who's calling?
How's it going, Flex? My name is Russell.
What's up, Russell? Where you calling from?
I'm calling you from Austin. I'm originally from Dallas, but right now I'm living in Austin, Texas.
All right,
I love you. I love your show. I ordered Hidden Colors 1. I'm going to see Hidden Colors 2 next month in Houston with my wife.
Oh, man, that's a beautiful thing, man. Much love on that. So the question of the day, brother, what do you want President Obama to do for black people?
Oh, well, that's an easy one. I know his job, he can't really make laws, but I know he does control the executive branch.
Right.
I want him to use that power to infiltrate a lot of these anti-black, these white supremacist terrorist groups. I really want him to infiltrate those the way the government used to do us, the COINTELPRO and stuff. I want him to infiltrate those and destroy them. I mean, if you can shut down a terrorist website, you can shut down stormfront.org. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I want.
All right. There you go. Thanks for the call, man. So that brother said that he wishes that, President Obama can infiltrate some of these white supremacist groups, but you have to understand, let me get 200 with you. A lot of those white supremacist groups, those shits are branches of the FBI anyway. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? The KKK, that shit is a branch of the FBI. That shit is FBI controlled. Don't get it twisted. Why do you think there's an organization like the Klan that has been known to kill people that's still in existence? Where organizations overseas that's known to kill people, they go over there and destroy the shit out of them quickly. See, the thing is, the Klan has been doing the dirty work of the CIA and FBI for years. So when they run black people out of certain towns or they lynch certain black people and disenfranchise certain black people, the government can just have their hands clean and say, hey, we don't know what's going on. It's that group. They're doing it. It's the Klan. They're doing it. Y'all better start reading books on what happened in the 1960s and books on Dr. Martin Luther King. A lot of these groups that would burn down churches and all that, they had all types of informants in these organizations. Why were these informants in these organizations? They weren't stopping these organizations. They weren't arresting the people in the Klan. So what were they doing? You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I digress. I can get real deep on that one. But let me see who else is calling. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, this is the big boy Ray for LBC.
There you go, man. What's up? What's on your mind, player?
Yeah, and I was just calling in. I heard that you had that question out there, like what I want Obama to do for me.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, can I go ahead and answer that?
Go ahead, brother. Yes, indeed.
All right. I got 3 main things I want Obama to do for me.
All right. Real quick. Go ahead.
Real quick. I'm sorry. I know it's supposed to. Basically, 1, I want him to make condoms cheaper, especially the Trojans. 2, I think black people should have a holiday where we play games throwing darts at white people to see if we get more money in our checks. And 3, 3, Obama should declare all bomb bitches for niggas that's been struggling hard to at least suck niggas' dicks once, and after that, put a bitch on the payroll in a strip club with 2 fat girls on a jump rope.
There you go.
Get out of here, you damn nigga!
Get this nigga out of here. This is what I'm talking about. Dumb nigga shit. You feel what I'm saying? We got to get that shit together. We got to get it together. We're going to take one more call, then I'm going to spit some of that hot fire. What's up? Who's calling?
Hey, Tariq, man, this is the Black calling from New York. What's up?
What's going on, player? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, just, dealing with all this hurricane business and now snow. But, I wasn't going to let the hurricane and snow get me down because, I'm trying to see Hidden Colors next month.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So brother, the question of the day, what do you want Obama to do for black people?
Well, 2 things, really. One is on us and one is on him. One, I want him to give more of a voice to us black young men and black men in general.
Yes.
Because I feel like he kind of panders on more to the female side and everything, gives them more of more respect. And like with the whole thing with Trayvon Martin, how long he took to kind of, answer the whole thing. And that wasn't kind of cool with me, but I got to understand how he has to play it, it's all politics and whatnot. And 2, it's time for us black people to kind of get our stuff together, you know what I mean? It's time for us to, get our businesses rolling, our jobs, all that. That's all I got to say.
There you go. Thanks for the call, player. There you go. All right. So anyway, that's enough with the calls, ladies and gentlemen. But as you see, few people really had a real answer. Very few people had a real answer. And that's the thing. Black folks have to really get an agenda. Black people have to get an agenda, and black people do not have an agenda. A lot of black people complain that, well, Barack Obama hasn't done enough for black people. All right, well, damn it, what do you want him to do? We got to get an agenda. We have to get organized, and that's the thing. A lot of black folks don't really want to get organized. See, other people and other groups get their shit taken care of because they're organized and they have an agenda. The gay community, they're organized, they have an agenda. They say, look, we want gay marriages. We'll vote. We got our money together. We'll throw money at your campaign, but we need to be married. We need you to support gay marriages. You dig? Certain other ethnic groups, Jewish groups, Hispanic groups go in and say, okay, we want this immigration this, we want this immigration that, we want this. So they go in there with an agenda, a specific agenda, and they go in there with their money. You cannot overemphasize that enough. Money. With their money intact. Because they can put money behind shit. And that's where the real truth lies. And we talk about that in Hidden Colors too. You got to have your money in order. But more, you really got to have an agenda. And a lot of black people don't have an agenda. Other groups, even different white groups have agendas. Farmers here and, teachers there. Different white groups have their agendas. And speaking of white folks, there's some pissed off white folks this morning, by the way. Have y'all looked at like Fox News? Have y'all going on websites like Stormfront? I know somebody mentioned Stormfront earlier. Oh, they're so mad over there. Oh, they're pissed off at Stormfront and they're pissed. Fox News, they've been talking greasy. Bill O'Reilly, he said some real slick shit about how the white people are becoming the majority. It's just... They're real salty right now. And speaking of people being salty, Ole Miss University, did y'all hear about this? Now, y'all know I've been talking about Ole Miss University for the last couple of weeks, how they played a prank by electing a fat black woman as their homecoming queen. And there's some black folks who got ruffled out of shape behind me saying that because they didn't want to believe that it would be a prank, that somehow this school that's known for having racist ideologies somehow put that to the side and decided to elect a black woman who just happened to be big and fat as their homecoming queen. And I told people for weeks that was a joke, that was a prank, that was a covert way of showing their racism. Well, that's been proven. It was proven last night because Ole Miss University, there was a mini riot at that university after President Obama was reelected. There was a mini riot at the campus. The white kids were out there burning Obama signs. They were running around the campus using racial slurs. The cops had to come out. It was crazy. And that just really confirmed everything that I'd been saying for the last couple of weeks. And I'm not trying to be on some I told you so, but God damn it, I told you so. black people are going to have to be more political and politically savvy. Y'all really have to understand racial psychology and racial politics. Black people really have to understand that. Y'all have to understand, black people, that a lot of people with this racist ideology, they really don't change. Racists rarely change. Why should they? You understand what I'm saying? Why should they? Especially some of these bum-ass redneck type of cats out there in the South, and not just the South. I'm not trying to shit on the South, but just all over. Some of these people, they don't really have anything popping, so the false belief of racial superiority is the only thing they have in life. And they hold on to that shit dearly. That wakes them up every day and gives them hope. You understand? So they're not about to let that go. And black people are stupid to believe that they would. People who have historically had real fucked up racial views towards people of color, just stay away from them. When they start saying, okay, look, we're going to welcome you in, usually it's some kind of trap or there's some kind of agenda behind it. Just like with that Dog the Bounty Hunter thing. When Dog the Bounty Hunter, when they caught him on the phone having a nigger fest, just every other word was nigger, nigger, nigger. He was on TV a couple of days later with a whole bunch of inner city black kids giving him toys. And y'all dumb niggas let y'all kids sit up under his ass to get free toys. See, you got to be more savvy than that, black folks. You think that redneck idiot stopped being racist? Just like you think the people down at Ole Miss stopped being racist. These people had Confederate flags. They fought to keep their Confederate flag up. Wouldn't let black folks go to that school for years. You think they want to put that aside? See, the thing is, people, the only reason that a lot of these people aren't lynching your ass right now is because a lot of black folks won't let them do it. It's not because they came up with some kind of moral epiphany. They never woke up and said, you know what, I shouldn't do that. They never said that. They're not lynching you and they're not beating your ass and they ain't doing all this old crazy shit to you because it's too many of us right now. And black folks ain't going to tolerate that. That's the only reason why. They can't do it. If they could, they would. Don't get it twisted, but I digress as far as that. And the thing is with the whole thing, with Brother Obama, like I said, we got to get an agenda because people have their agendas. And now a lot of people voted for Romney just to get a black man out of office because, you know, at first they were talking about, well, you know, it's not racial with Barack Obama. We just don't like his policies. We just don't like the fact that his birth certificate wasn't valid. All this old smokescreen bullshit. We don't like the fact that he did big spending. We don't like the fact that he was in Reverend Wright's church. Just all that dumb shit. Now this morning, if you look around on the net, that nigga won. He's back to being a nigga now because people are mad. They can't really hide that anger no more. There's like nigger fest on Twitter, nigger fest on Facebook. So the real truth is coming out. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, we really have to have an agenda. Blacks have to have an agenda. Black people got to stop focusing on dumb shit. Black people focus on dumb shit like gossiping, bickering, one-upmanship, and ratchetness. That's why when you go to predominantly black sites, they're not that politically savvy. It's all about gossipy nigger shit. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. So we got to sit down and plan. What are some of the things that we need? One of the brothers called up. He made a great point. We need to get some of these brothers out of prison. That's number one. Black people need land allotments. We need land. We need certain tax exemptions. And again, that whole prison industrial complex, that shit needs to be not revamped, just destroyed. I know somebody said, well, President Obama repealed some of the drug laws. It was like 100 to 1, like crack and cocaine. Like the sentencing was 100 to 1 with you get more sentencing for crack than you do cocaine, and he reduced it to like 50%. It should be equal. Damn, reducing it. If a person gets caught with cocaine or crack, the same shit, they should get the same sentence. It shouldn't be racially based, which it is. And really, ladies and gentlemen, it's really about circulating our money. We got to circulate our money around each other. When it comes to spending money with each other, we always want that hookup. And we got to have an economic base. We do not have an economic base in the black community. We talk about that very deep in Hidden Colors too, by the way. So we got to really have an agenda. So the next time we ask, what do we want President Obama to do for black people, we can be very specific and stop getting into this little ego shit with one another. A whole bunch of chiefs and not enough Indians. Nobody wants to follow. Everybody wants to be the leader. We don't need all that shit. We need an agenda, and we need to be able to put that shit on the table and get some of those needs met instead of saying, well, he need to just give us something. Give us what? So we got to be very specific about that. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's been today's episode of the Mac Lessons Radio Show. Don't forget, new pay-per-view special this Friday, Entertainment Plantation. MacLessons.com. That's where you can hear it. MacLessons.com. That's where you can order it. And Hidden Colors 2. Spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to theaters December 6th all around the country for showtimes and dates. HiddenColorsFilm.com. Spread the word. Everybody, make the Hidden Colors 2 poster your Twitter profile and your Facebook profile. Chop up game with us at UnitedPlayersOfAmerica.com. I will see you guys on Ustream this Sunday. Holla.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man.